I saw this heartbreaking podcast with Courtney Copeland with her grandfather, Kenneth Copeland. She was frustrated because she can't seem to understand that why after 50 years of teaching that everybody should be healed every single time, that her grandfather is terribly sick with back pain.
But in him we are. In him we're new creatures in Christ Jesus. The old sinful nature is gone.
So the gap between walking in the redemption of a healed body, if that's what you're believing for, and the pain or the time while you're waiting for that manifestation to take place, because we know it was handled and paid for on the cross. So how do we get our words and mind in alignment with the picture of redemption? Like for you, I'm watching you. It's hard to watch you in pain, since you hurt your back when your appendix ruptured and you got the pinched nerve in your back. And, now we're talking about maybe you having to have back surgery at 90 years old. And I'm just like, God, why is my grandfather, of all people, at 90 years old, having to go through this pain when he has lived his life teaching about the manifestation of healing? Why won't you heal him right now?
He did 2,000 years ago.
So then why are you still in pain? It's hard. I'm struggling a little bit, and it's hard for me to admit that, but it's frustrating for me to watch you. Help me.
Well.
And so it's sad to see some of the cognitive dissonance that bad word of faith theology brings. Me personally, I believe in divine healing, and I've been divine healed myself. I've also prayed for people that received healing. But for whatever reason, healing does not come in every single case. Matter of fact, a lot of cases it doesn't come. And I don't know exactly why. Of course, there are factors in that are whether we've been obedient to the Lord, etc. But it isn't always the case that the person who's sick has done anything particularly wrong, right? I've known people that are godly people in ministry, even pastors that have been deathly sick and have even died and were living upright for the Lord and still died anyway. There is a bit of divine mystery in all of this. And although I pray for each and every person to be healed every single time with full faith, that doesn't always happen. And we've got to be able to wrestle with these realities at times in life. And I just feel so heartbroken for Courtney Copeland that doesn't realize she is really upset because her grandfather has preached divine healing for 60 years, that it's God's will to heal everybody every single time. And her grandfather is sick himself and can't justify his own theology. So this is, unfortunately, a big part of the Word of Faith movement. And there's a difference between presumption and faith and healing. Sometimes to continue to confess healing while your body is still sick over the long term is denial. And that's clearly what's happening in Kenneth Copeland's case in this video.